Today, the Bonham community held a funeral for 3 young boys who died after falling into a frozen pond. The service took place at the Bethlehem Baptist Church in Greenville, where family and friends gathered to remember their meaningful lives cut short. Pastor Darren Gilbert of Truth Church was asked by the family to speak at the event and says he was honored to do this.
Those were the most respectful little boys that I've ever had encountered in children's ministry. I think that speaks volumes to their mom and the raising of grandparents and whoever invested in those children, because I'm definitely going to speak to that when I perform the funeral.
And to honor the boys, Bonham ISD is encouraging students to wear purple to school tomorrow in remembrance as a way to stand in unity throughout a difficult time.